This is Steve Ridgel, and I'm recording this early in the morning, and I'm thinking about, well, our Aunt Helen. Now, she's really Marcia's aunt, but I've been married to Marcia so long that by now her family's my family, and so I always felt like Helen was my aunt too. And Helen Simmons, Marcia's aunt, died just a few weeks ago. And we had her graveside. There's going to be a memorial service in a few more weeks because we couldn't get all the family together. So this video is about halfway between her graveside and her memorial. But I've been thinking about Helen for a couple of reasons. And I think there's some things we can learn about helping people find Jesus from the life of Helen Simmons. So, Aunt Helen, here's 3 things you did that I think are helping me make people find Jesus. Number 1, Helen was a great greeter. Now, she went to the Alta Mesa Church of Christ for years, and she was the greeter. She was the face of Alta Mesa. She was the first person most people met, and she was great at that. Now, I'll tell you why that matters to me, because I think people that are thinking about Jesus, they look for that greeter, somebody that will help them. I think about the little boy that had the 5 loaves and the 2 fish and brought them to Jesus, and he found Andrew. I think there was something about Andrew that drew him, something welcoming about Andrew. I think we all need to be like that. I want to be the kind of person that lives my life so somebody thinking about Jesus would feel good about saying to me, can you help me? Now, I would like to think I'll beat them to the punch, that I would be saying first, let me help you. Would you like to talk about? But if not, I want to be that kind of person that, well, they feel greeted. I want to be the kind of person that when somebody walks into church, they stand there with that deer in the headlight look, what do I do next? I want to be the one that beats it over there and says, hi, I'm Steve. I'm so glad you're here. Sit with us and can we help you? That's the kind of person Helen was, because she was very welcoming. Man, she just didn't act like a greeter with a friendly smile. If you didn't stick your hand out to her, she stuck her hand out to you, or more often, hugged you. She welcomed everyone. She was incredibly generous and loving, had that great smile. She was a pretty lady, and that helped, but she was just friendly. And you know what? Several years ago, she lost her husband, and she grieved him all the rest of her life, but she still stayed happy. She was one of the happiest, most pleasant, sweetest, friendliest people I ever knew. And I want to be that. I want to be welcoming to people who are looking for Jesus. I don't care what their background is. I don't care what their past is. I don't care what they've done. I want to welcome them in the name of Jesus so they can at least have a chance to see what Jesus can do for people. And then the other thing Helen did that was great, Helen made you feel special. I'll never forget at our family unions, she would often paint fingernails for all the ladies, for her daughter-in-laws, for Marcia. And I remember she started doing that for the teenage girls. And our Julie couldn't have been more than 6, 7, maybe 8 at a family reunion. And Aunt Helen called her over and painted her fingernails. I'll never forget how special that made our Julie feel, that just like the older girls, just like the teenagers, she was included and welcomed and made to feel special. And Helen had that knack too, to make you feel special. Boy, she made you feel part of the family. She made you feel part of the worship assembly. When you became a new Christian, she made you feel welcome in the spiritual family. Helen was a greeter, Helen was a welcomer, and Helen made you feel special. And you know, that's kind of what I want everybody that doesn't know Jesus to feel. I want them to be greeted, welcomed, and I want them to feel special, because they are. So thank you, Helen, for helping me frame an awful lot of things about how I want to reach people for Jesus. I'll see you when I get to heaven.